discussing a lot about hair care because it is so important to your self care program. And today I just want to quickly talk about hair that's falling out. I don't know if there's anything more alarming when it comes to our hair other than when it is falling out from your scalp. And it comes out in various ways. When you're brushing it, you see clumps of hair coming out. Hey. Welcome to the Bajo channel. Welcome to another video. This is the home of self-care, beauty, wellness, and any and everything that'll help you to become the more empowered version of yourself. And I've been discussing a lot about hair care because it is so important to your self-care program. And today I just want to quickly talk about hair that's falling out. I don't know if there's anything more alarming when it comes to our hair other than when it is falling out from your scalp. And it comes out in various ways. When you're brushing it, you see clumps of hair coming out. When you're shampooing your hair, you see hair in your fingers as you're trying to clean your hair. And then sometimes you'll just lay down and you get up out of bed and you see hairs all over your pillows. That is alarming. And there are certain things that you can do to kind of slow that down or stop it altogether, depending on the reason why your hair is falling out. It's so many reasons why hair fall out, hair breaks, it's brittle. It's so many reasons. And sometimes, even while you're just trying to figure it out, you need to slow that hair loss down or just stop it for the moment until you figure out what you can do moving forward. So I'm going to give you a couple of things that I have found to really help slow that hair breakage and that hair falling out down slowly until you can kind of figure out what you need to do to take a more long-term approach. So number one of the reasons, and I'm going to start with kind of like the mildest to more severe reasons and what you can do, but one way you can stop your hair from breaking so bad and so quickly is to handle your hair with more care. We have these programs where we are tugging and pulling and we're using different combs and brushes. And a lot of times those tools are not designed to deal with our hair in a gentle manner. And sometimes you need that gentleness in your hair. Along with your tools, the shampoo you use, switch to those sulfate-free shampoos. Because what happens is these sulfates make your hair much harder. And when you go to manipulate your hair, because once you shampoo your hair, you have to comb through it afterwards. However you're going to do it, you have to comb it, brush it. You have to, release those tangles or however you're going to do it. And when you have the wrong tool and you're using the wrong shampoo, sometimes it can cause hair to just start shedding unnecessarily, right? Or even if it is a underlying that rough handling with your hair, it makes your hair come out much faster. So the first thing I would say is just slow down, pay attention to the tools that you're using. The brushes, the combs, and just the way you handle your hair in general. Sometimes you don't even realize how rough you are with your hair. You put your hair in a ponytail like this and you bop and and it's a lot. But you do it so often that you're not really aware of how rough you're being with your hair. Your hair is soft. It's delicate. It may not feel soft, it may not feel delicate, but it's very delicate, and you should handle it with care. So handling it with care is going to be my first recommendation. Second, and you never really think about this, is to apply like cooling solutions to your scalp, right? Like when you may go to the dermatologist or you may go to the salon, I know you guys have felt like these cooling solutions on your hair. A lot of times what those cooling solutions will do, it will decrease like inflammation if it's there. It increases your blood circulation, and it also strengthens your roots. And if your hair is like falling fast, sometimes just applying like a cooling solution, it could be peppermint oil, it could be like these different, it addresses the certain things that may be going on with your scalp. And with inflamed scalps, you lose hair a lot. Hair that is lacking circulation can fall out a lot because of circulation. Good circulation in your scalp causes hair to grow. It promotes hair growth. So when that circulation slows down, hair begins to fall because, like anything, if the circulation stops in your arm, what happens to your arm? If the circulation stops in any part of your body, you already know what happened. Same thing with your scalp. Cooling solutions stimulate blood flow and circulation in your scalp. So whatever it is, it can potentially slow that breakage or that shedding down for the moment. I'm not saying permanent solutions. These are temporary, just momentary fixes until you can figure out what is happening to my hair. And sometimes it takes an entire process of elimination to even get down to the root cause of it, right? Another thing immediately, I should have said this one first, but this is immediate. Any type of tension, tight styles, buns, braids, anything that's pulling at your hair, stop it immediately. I know that may be hard for a lot of us because that's our best way to deal with our hairs, to pull it back, get rid of it. Stop the tension immediately. Tension is stress on your hair. Tension is stress. When your hair is going through a dance or is going through a season of shedding and breaking, stop it with the braids, stop it with the cornrows, the tight ponytails, the buns, the anything that causes tension. And I understand that that's very difficult for a lot of people because they have no other recourse in terms of styling their hair. It's like, how do you want me to do my hair? My hair gonna look crazy. What else would you suggest that I do? I suggest that at that moment, find yourself a professional stylist and ask them, what can I do? What are my options? What are my options? Even if there's a way that you have to put some tension on your hair, can you do a style where the tension is very light, like super light? I suggest no tension. But if you're in one of those positions where it's other than putting on a wig, and if you don't want to do that, it's other options. See a professional cosmetologist, hair care specialist. Not just go to someone who do hair. Go to a hair care professional who's really into and is vested into the health of your hair, right? Another thing that you can do to kind of slow down that breaking is to oil that hair. Like certain types of oils like coconut oil, argan oil, rosemary oil, like those oils soothe the scalp and it makes the hair more pliable, easier for you to comb through it, easy for you to handle it, and it also gives you like an instant coat of protection and it reduces friction. We don't realize how much friction our hair undergoes in just a day. It is a lot, especially, right? If you're wearing like scarves, if you wear hats, if you wear wigs, forget it. It's a bunch of friction going on that you don't even know. And friction causes dryness also. The rubbing, That's why even at nighttime it's good to cover your hair with some type of a bonnet or some type of head covering, because just rumbling around on your pillow is drying your hair out. We're not thinking about that. I'm sleepy. I'm going to bed. But you have to pay attention to those things, because having your hair without hair that lacks oil will break and fall easy, like crunchy, like a potato chip that you squeeze and you see how it like crumble. Your hair can literally be crumbling out of your hair just like that. It just gets dry. It lacks moisture. It's not. And last, but this should have been my first one, internal triggers. Try to start eating food that are rich in protein. Drink your water. Please drink your water. Drink your water. Drink your water. Drink your water. I don't know how much I'm going to say that. You cannot have moist, hydrated hair and you yourself are dehydrated. It doesn't even logically, it doesn't mathematically make sense. The hair is feeding from your body. That's it. That's it. The hair is feeding from your body. Try to eat protein-rich foods like eggs and nuts, Greek yogurt, like things like that to feed. If you're not eating food that's sustaining your body, how can you sustain your hair? It's a whole system here. So when you're lacking in the nutrients, that's why even with diets and different things that we all do from time to time, because we may feel like we need to lose a pound or two, be mindful of how you're dieting, because certain diets can deplete you of iron, protein, and all type of nutrients that you really need for your hair to flourish, let alone your body. So when your hair is falling out, kind of do a process of elimination. One of the things that I really discourage you from doing is putting on a wig, putting some braids in, doing a quick weave. Like those things just take it away from you. You don't have to deal with it. You want to just hide your hair because it's too frustrating. You don't want to deal with it. That is not the answer. I'm telling you again, this is a public service announcement. Stop doing wigs, weaves, braids, crochets to hide your hair because you don't want to deal with it. I'm not saying you cannot get these styles, but these styles should not serve as your way of, and they use this word protective. It is not protecting if it's already breaking and broken underneath and you have not done what you have to do. You haven't done the due diligence to make sure that it has moist, protein treated, trimmed, and conditioned in a way that it can even sustain what you're doing. So don't be alarmed so quickly and do these quick fixes. Identify what's going on. Sometimes it's simple stuff. You just handling your hair too roughly, and over a certain amount of time, the hair just start falling because you've been too rough with your hair. It could be nutrient deficiencies. A lot of times it's that. Other times it's products that you're using, the way you're styling your hair. That hair is breaking, falling, and sometimes it's a accumulation of things. It's not just one thing. So sometimes you just have to stop and just pay attention to what's happening to your hair. I understand life is busy, things is going on. And the last thing sometimes we think about is how we treat our hair. So it's important to make sure that you are dealing with your hair in a way, because guess what? Hair care is self-care. So that's it. When your hair is falling, don't be so quick to hide it and cover it up, but make sure that you're taking steps to really handle it and handle it long term. So I thank you for listening. This is the Bajo channel, home of self-care, beauty, wellness, and any and everything that'll help you to become the most empowered version of you. And remember that self-care is the best care. Later.